So, what is this? What is all this? And what is this thing? Hello? Anybody home? Who are you? Okay, I get it. The silent treatment? Really? Why the hell was I brought here? Are you a cop? FBI? You look like a Fed. God damn it. Well, I'll tell you what, copper, or whoever you are. If you're not gonna say anything to me, I'm not telling you shit. And we'll just sit here staring at each other like a couple of assholes.
But Alain Caminato, Alamataro. Carvada. New. Aiora Rodra Amaki. Ai grata!
I know what must be done.
Bob's beautifully simple idea is that maybe, just maybe, the trouble is in the 1 over r factor in the integral. Now, suppose we start out by assuming that the potential at one point depends on the charge density at any other point as some function of the distance between the 2 points. Say r12. Now, the full potential at point 1 will then be given by the integral of j sub mu times this function over all space-time. And that's it. There's nothing else. No differential equation, nothing. Well, there is one thing. We also ask that the result be relativistically invariant. So by distance, we should take the invariant distance between 2 points in space-time. But we'll cover that in more depth in our next class. Until then, remember to read chapters 4 and 5, and let's not forget that exam next week. All right, class dismissed. Mark, it's Alan. Yes, another day making the kids drink from the information fire hose. Hey, look, I got your message about those strange radio broadcasts. And I think I might know how they relate to our little discovery. Actually, I'd rather talk to you in person if you have the time. Yeah, that was my last class. I'm wide open. How about 30 minutes? Great. Okay. I'll see you then. Thanks.
He, or it was there. I've seen him. I've been seeing and hearing things lately.
What do you know about them?
I know they're not from here. These agonizing visions, like the one that followed me, he knew I found one.
A cube?
Yes.
So, what did you do? Did you take it with you?
What do you think? That thing, whatever it is, it's darkness. It's everything and nothing combined. It's violence. I'm fighting with this. I'm not an aggressive person by nature.
Something bad is coming. Something big. Unavoidable.
Inevitability.
We don't want to be on the wrong side of this. There's a place that offers safety. Here's the location. Gather whoever you can. the details are there.
No one sees this coming. They're blind. I thought I was going crazy. Maybe I still am, and maybe none of this is real. But I'll do what I have to do.
Alan, how's it going, my friend? Thanks for calling me down. I needed the break. So, how is...
It's fine, Mark. Thanks for coming on such short notice. I know you're a busy guy. Please, have a seat. I want to run something by you. And I know you, of all people, will gladly tell me if I'm losing my mind, but if I'm actually right about this, I guess what I really need is just a reliable second opinion.
Hey, easy does it, Al. Listen, we've known each other since our undergrad days at MIT. You're the most brilliant person I know. Whatever you're onto, I know it has some basis. So what you got?
Well, that's just it. You see, you and I, we're used to working with such absolutes in science, quantifiable data. But this is...
What?
It's more of a hunch.
A hunch?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's not without some sort of scientific reasoning, but let me show you something.
What the hell? What is all of this?
You know when we first found out that this damn thing was emitting some low-level RF signal?
Yeah, we figured it must have a ferrous interior, probably just electromagnetic fields from normal electrical sources inducing oscillations within the internal structure
I was finally able to measure the frequency.
Really?
Yeah. And it wasn't easy, believe me. The signal was so weak it was impossible not to consider it as some sort of Faraday effect at first. But then I rewired an O-scope meter to measure at a frequency much smaller than it's designed for. And guess what I discovered? The RF from that cube is an identical match to the carrier frequencies of those radio transmissions we've been recording, just on a smaller scale.
Fascinating. So, what's your hunch?
The numbers. They're regular, they're patterned. I think they might be pointing to a location or maybe several locations.
Yes, I've actually considered that myself.
I've just got to decode that whole sequence of...
What you've got to do is get some rest.
Mark, I've got to figure this out.
Alan, you don't even know what this is. For all we know, a top secret military weapon. Be careful with it. I worry about you. It could get you killed. Look what it already did to... I'm sorry. Mandy and I still grieve with you. I know how important this is to you.
It's okay, Mark. I know you do. I've drilled into this damn thing. I've run current through it, I've dropped it, I've put it in a centrifuge, I've hammered upon it. You name it. It just won't give up its secret.
Transhumanism.
Come again?
It's something I read. Refers to a new dimension of human consciousness through technology. Born from a dark past but defined by the Aeon of Horus. Represents the ultimate evolution of humankind. You ever hear of the Brotherhood of Saturn?
No, what is it?
It's been widely dismissed as folklore, the stuff of wacky conspiracy theorists. An ancient order. You see, at the time, the planet Saturn was considered the extent of the known universe. It was given the name Black Sun and represented profound evil. In contrast, our yellow sun represented a golden age of peace and harmony. Humankind was the duality between the two, capable of adhering to one or both ends of the spectrum.
So, without darkness, there's no light.
Exactly. But what's really interesting is the symbolism used to depict the black sun. A cube. A black cube specifically. The cube was basically an alchemical allegory. People of the time had a very rudimentary understanding of metallurgy, only in those things that they could easily find and manipulate. At any rate, the Brotherhood was an extremely secretive group. Now they exist only in legend. But the symbolism of the cube persevered throughout history. It became the defining three-dimensional artifact of the Freemasons, some of the early Roman war councils, and so on. The Romans participated in a festival called Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, which means birthday of the unconquered sun. It took place on December 25th, what we now know as Christmas. It was the apex of a larger festival called Saturnalia, which featured human sacrifice and gladiator battles. These deaths represented sacrifices to the deity Saturn. There's some strange stuff happening lately, my friend. Never really gave much thought to any of it. I dismissed it as most, but...
But what?
I can't help but wondering if there's a connection to what we have in our possession.
You mean what I have?
Whichever. It's probably nothing anyway. But I do fear whatever energy's coming from that thing is beginning to get inside your head.
I'm fine, Mark. I know it's going to take a bit to get to the bottom of this, but I just can't shake the idea that there's still some perfectly rational scientific explanation behind it.
Sure, my friend. There has to be.
So that's it. That's the plan. I don't need any of this shit. Look, I can't explain it. I've seen it though. I just know we have to do this. It's the only way.
So, explain to us again how you know this?
Hey, you boys need anything else? All right, well then you just let me know.
When I was captured by one of them, he showed me things. I had visions. It was terrifying. And it all comes back to the cubes.
Did I just hear you say something about a cube? Was it a black cube?
You know about that.
My boyfriend found one at a cafe. We were having a lunch date and... well, I don't know how to explain it. There was this sudden rush of aggression out of nowhere. It happened to both of us. We both just lost it. I was overcome by a burning desire to hurt something precious. I didn't know what to do. I had to get out of there. So I took the cube and I ran off with it. Left him sitting there. We haven't spoken since.
Sounds about right. Listen, you might want in on this, since you know about them.
What is this?
Refuge, I think. Things are going to get much worse, and soon.
This is crazy. All of it. But I somehow believe you. Thank you for this.
Yep.
I've got to get back to my other customers, but holler if you need anything.
Baby, I love you.
Michael, don't. No. Michael? Michael! Hey, where'd you go, buddy?
Oh, honey, he's alright. Boys like to run around.
No.
What is this, Daddy? I found it.
Put it down.
Honey, it's probably just a toy some other kid left behind. You should go put it back where you found it. Now, where were we?
Didn't that seem a bit strange to you?
No. You know Mike. He likes to figure things out. Just like his daddy.
Our little scientist. Hello? Hello? Who is this?
Vehicles, artillery, rocket launchers, ships, and aircraft that threaten civilians. You will be targeted by NATO. Move away from all this equipment now to demonstrate that you mean no harm to your people. NATO will not want to kill you, but if you continue to operate, move, maintain, or remain with military equipment of any sort, you will be targeted for destruction. You have time to escape unharmed, but our future will away from land, air, and sea.
Authorities are scrambling to determine the exact cause of the massive power grid failure that occurred 3 hours ago. Meanwhile, European Union leaders are urging each state to increase police and military readiness, as reports of looting and some rioting have already begun to hit the airwaves.
Are you seeing this?
So far, the best engineer and power company
guess so.
officials have been able to determine is that the initial
He was there again.
blackout began in an isolated area near the Croatian border with
Didn't see him this
Slovenia
time.
and spread rapidly throughout the rest of the continent. The cascading
I
power
think something's
failure
happening.
has disrupted economic trading, banking,
Gotta go.
and portions of the European Defense Agency communications networks. Critical services, hospitals, and government agencies are currently being supplied with backup energy, diesel-generated power. Both the Dow Jones and S&P index here in the United States responded to the sudden interruption in global trading with significant drops. Marginal and primary stocks are being sold off quickly, which could further exacerbate the worldwide financial crisis in addition to the blackout itself. Again, if you're just joining us, a massive power grid failure has plunged 85% of the European continent into darkness.
Alex, it's me again. Yeah, I've got my eye on this son of a bitch right now. No, he's not moving.
Do not engage. We talked about this.
Copy that. Whoever these guys are, they are not friendly.
I agree. Now we just have to wait.
Wait for what?
We stand upon the brink of a precipice. We peer into the abyss. We grow sick and dizzy. Our first impulse is to shrink from the danger. Unaccountably, we remain. By slow degree, our sickness, dizziness, and horror can merge in a cloud of unbearable feeling. By gradations still more imperceptible, at the precipice.
Who the hell are you? Why are you following me? Alright. I don't know what this is about, but I'm out.
Over here!
Do you know who the hell that is? Why is she chasing me?
Where is it?
Sir, you got some change for a fellow who's just down on his luck?
Listen, buddy. Right now's not a good time. I don't have any change.
It's coming to an end, you know. All of it. This whole rotten world. Gone.
Whatever you say, pal.
Think I don't know about the cubes, boy? Those things you're running from?
Wait, what did you just say?
Even God and all his angels can't stop what's coming. You, me, everything. We're already burning. We're already on fire. This is war, boy. War. Except the enemy is within.
What do you know about the cubes? And them?
They've been here all along. All along. Waiting. It's a test, boy. A test. And we failed. Oh yes, a war will come. The great red wind will come. Roll over everything. The sky will turn the color of blood. The sleeping demon, awaken the beast. Flame eternal. We all live in dead space. It's no use, boy. You can't save us from ourselves. It's too late for that now.
Shit, man.
Over here!
Mark, I know it's late, but I did it. I cracked it.
Jesus, what time is it?
We were right. They are coordinates.
I'll be damned.
I am sending you the info right now.
Look,
I was kind of hoping you could maybe...
Yeah, I'll get on it first thing in the morning. I'll figure out where they're referring to.
Thanks. I knew I could count on you, old friend.
Hell, I'm going back to sleep. We'll talk tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Who was that? And why are they calling somebody?
It was Alan, honey. He did let me know about the conference next month.
4 in the morning.
Well, you know how he is.
I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, I can't sleep now. I'm gonna get some work done. Sorry for waking you.
You've just shut down completely, haven't you? When you're even home and not at the lab with that thing, all you do is drink.
Kel, stop. Just stop.
I'm gonna stay with my mother until I can find a place on my own. Can't do this anymore. Here. Keep this. Maybe it'll remind you of what you pushed away.
Kelly.
Alan, stop! I've tried helping you, but you won't help yourself. God damn it, I'm hurting too! But I can't continue watching you disintegrate. No, get away from me. I'll be back next week for the rest of my things.
Don't go. Please.
Al, if you have to follow this mystery to the mouth of hell, I hope you find it. I really do. But I can't let you take me down with you. I love you. Goodbye.
possible? Son of a bitch. Come on, Al, pick up. Damn it, Al. It's all there in my notes. The Romans had one when they destroyed Carthage. I found some ancient historical texts that indicated that the Huns carried one into every battle. Viking raids, the 30 Years' War. Ivan the Terrible carried one through the ruins of Novgorod after he ordered the Oprichniki to burn the city down. The Taiping Rebellion, 20 million dead. Hitler, Stalin, Operation Barbarossa. That cube was at the heart of the Soviet-German conflict. Oppenheimer and Einstein discovered one. It's believed by some that the first atomic bomb came about because of the cube they discovered. Alan, I marked off the Trinity test site where the first atomic bomb was detonated. It was one of the coordinates you gave me. Yet, all of this has been conveniently omitted from the history books. It's almost as if there's a group out there erasing any evidence of these things, protecting them.
The agents in the black suits.
The agents. Now this took some digging, but I found some very old historical notes that refer to them. Ancient villagers in what is now Syria dubbed them Odalaki Inuai, which in rough translation means the silent ones.
Meaning what exactly?
They have never spoken a single word. They attempt to blend in by wearing clothing that is appropriate for the time. And they're known today to wear solid black suits, black ties.
Jesus.
So anyway, one by one, the coordinates you gave me all correspond to mass casualty events in human history. Or times when humanity showed its ugliest side, at least.
Still, the question is, where did they come from?
That, my friend, is the million-dollar question. My guess, they've been around for a very, very long time. Millennia at least. Possibly even longer than humans have been on this earth.
The implications of that alone.
Now, that's not to say that the cubes haven't been associated with good things. I'm beginning to see some indications that they may have helped spur the scientific revolution after the Middle Ages. Hell, it's even rumored by some that Da Vinci himself had one, and that's why he came up with so many incredible concepts.
That blackout in Europe.
What about it?
I measured a significant spike in electromagnetic activity from the cube, just before those reports started coming in. In those radio signals that we were monitoring, they all went quiet. Not quiet, I think a better word is they became scrambled, like there was some sudden surge or something of some kind.
My God.
Mark, I think they've hijacked our existing communications grid. I think they're using it to send commands to these cubes. I have no proof of this. It's all just a hunch, but everything that we've uncovered is the only explanation. And they're setting up for something. Something big. That blackout in Europe, it was just a test run. The people out there, they're getting restless. It's like there's some kind of madness overtaking society.
There is one more thing you should know. One of the coordinates you gave me, it didn't point to any major event. In fact, it pointed to a farm in the middle of Georgia. I found that quite odd. It was on every list, too.
There was one set of coordinates that repeated frequently. I noted that it was given via the coded number sequence once at the beginning and again at the end of each series. It was very patterned.
What do you make of it?
A farm, you say?
Alan, no. I know what you're thinking. I also know I'll lose this argument.
A block-by-block search was made. All suspicious individuals were stopped, checked, and questioned. Additional officers were called in to aid in the hunt. Every alley, every street was gone over.
This is C News Network, breaking news. Oceanologists have discovered a giant cubic monolith at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. Carbon dating of adjacent sediment and fossil samples have indicated that the cube is approximately 10 million years old, which predates the arrival of humans on Earth by at least 5 million years. Although scientists have not yet been able to penetrate the monolith's exterior, they say that it is clearly not a natural formation. This significant discovery has sent shockwaves throughout both the scientific and religious communities. Leading physicists have teamed up with the world's top geologists and archaeologists to announce a press conference taking place today, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Meanwhile, the Pope has declared an emergency council is to convene at Vatican City, and the details of this meeting are not being revealed to the press. Reports are coming in now that the monolith measures approximately 12 meters on each side. It is deeply wedged into the seafloor and is the only visible object within miles. Again, if you're just joining us, this is C News Network, breaking news.
Attention all units. Attention all units. All units on frequency 7, please stand by.
Hey, we got a live one this time.
Sounds like a deadly. All units in the vicinity of the 200 block on Slauson. 211 suspect in area.
Jesus Christ.
did well.
I did what I could. There's fighting everywhere. We're all here. And I got into a riot on Whiting Street. Didn't come away completely unscathed.
Are you alright?
You know what? A couple baseball bats and rocks thrown at me aren't really gonna take me down. Is this really happening?
I'm as sure as anything I've ever seen in my life.
What? When this is all over, what's gonna be on the other side?
I don't know. Perhaps a new beginning. If.
We can't take in all these people.
I don't know if that makes us the lucky or the unlucky ones.
We should probably get moving.
These people, they have no idea.
The fighting in the streets, the cubes are everywhere. It's making people lose their shit. We gotta get off these streets.
Sarah's right. It isn't safe here.
Agreed. Let's move out.
Kelly. You gotta get Mandy. You gotta go someplace safe, okay? You gotta get out of the city.
Hey, take it easy. Where are you?
I don't have time to explain right now. You gotta trust me on this one, man, okay? You gotta get her, and you gotta get far away. Now!
Alan, I don't know what you found up there, but everything is good. Everything is fine.
Listen to me. One of them followed me up here. He got to me. I saw everything. It's happening soon, man. You gotta get somewhere safe.
Al, it's all good now. There's nothing to fear.
Jesus Christ! What's gotten into you? Do you not hear me?
I heard you, my friend. Why don't you head home and get some of that rest I said you needed? I think you could use it.
Christ. Look, I'll be there in a few hours, all right? I'll explain everything, but please, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to go.
Okay, buddy. I'll be here. Why don't don't you come over to the lab? We can talk about it.
Fine, I'll meet you there, but please have your bags packed. You gotta have your bags packed, man, okay? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? God damn it! Kelly! Please. Cal, come on! Please. Honey, please. Open up!
Alan! What has gotten into you?
Cal, please. Come with me now.
What the hell is going on? Where have you been?
Kelly, there's no time to explain. We have to get out of here now. Just pack a suitcase and I'll get you to safety.
Alan, no. You've gone off the deep end. I'm not going anywhere with you.
Kelly, it's not about me. It's not about us. Terrible things are gonna happen very soon. It's not safe to be here. Have you seen the news lately?
You're crazy. You've lost your mind.
Kelly, no, you gotta believe me.
Get out!
Please!
Please! Go get yourself professional help and leave me the hell alone!
Please believe me. Kelly! Open the door. Kelly! Please listen. You gotta believe me. I never stopped loving you. I never will.
really... Oh my god. He was here, wasn't he?
Yes. An hour or so ago. Mandy, please come in. Would you like anything? Some tea? Have you eaten?
No, Carol. Thank you. I need to tell you something. That's why I came. Night before last, I went into Mark's study. And I saw it. It was right there.
Saw what? It was right where?
The cube! The damn cube! I can't explain it. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I could feel it pulling my senses like a fishing line, reeling me in.
God damn it, not you two. Has the entire world gone mad?
Sweetie, listen to me, please. We've been friends for years. I need to tell you this.
What does it matter? I just don't understand what's happening. I watch the news and it's full of this crazy shit that's happening around the world. Alan shows up here talking like he's insane. So what can you possibly tell me that would make it any worse at this point?
As I got closer, I could feel its energy. It was dark and intense. It was like that middle ground when you wake up from a nightmare and your heart is pounding and your ears are ringing and you feel panic and dread and disorientation.
Yeah, I've had a few of those in recent times. So what?
And I put my hand on it. I couldn't help myself. My brain was simultaneously telling me to stop, run away, but it was also pulling me towards it, and when I touched it, I saw the most awful things. Bodies burning, buildings crumbling, and this great red wind swirling around the entire world. Screaming voices in agony, and it was like looking into the pit of hell, only it wasn't the pit of hell. It was the world and everyone and everything in it on fire and being swept away, and I recoiled from the cube so quickly it knocked me off my feet, and that's how I got this.
My God, Mandy.
Whatever this thing is, it affects anyone who comes near it. I felt this feeling that something really huge was going to happen, but I couldn't stay connected to it long enough to figure out what or when. I just know it's going to be really, really bad.
My God, what have I done? He was right all along.
Honey, it's not about right and wrong anymore. We've all been through a lot. It's really hard to believe and even harder to accept. All we can do is wait.
Wait? Wait for what?
Downed Russian reconnaissance aircraft near the border has sparked an international escalation as Russian troop advances have resulted in multinational military preparations under Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty. All European states have mobilized resources to the vicinity of the monolith. The United Nations has declared the area off limits, a mandate that has largely gone ignored. Elsewhere in the world, panic, rioting, and conflict have erupted as more of the black cubes are discovered. International tensions are at an all-time high, fueled by the race to stake claim to the monolith's location. War appears to be imminent on a global scale. Expert analysis are stating that a nuclear exchange has become a likely scenario. Folks, I don't know how else to say this. We are at the precipice of a dark time. Find shelter. Seek out your loved ones, close friends. I can't stress this enough. Residents of high-value areas, such as Norfolk, Virginia, Los Angeles, New York, Washington, D.C., are all urged to evacuate immediately. I don't know how else to say this.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Detailed instructions will follow this message. This is not a test. The following message is being broadcast on all available channels at the request of the United States government. At approximately 4:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a nuclear attack was commenced on the United States and its allies. At least 32 launches have been confirmed, targeting major industrial and capital centers, cities, and military installations. They include New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, Chicago, Tampa, Norfolk, San Diego, Boston, and Charleston, South Carolina. Please seek shelter immediately. Dangerous fallout conditions are expected. Fallout is a radioactive byproduct of nuclear attacks. Exposure to fallout may result in severe radiation sickness and even death. If there is a location near you that has been designated as a fallout shelter, evacuate to that location now. If there is no fallout,
I stand upon this precipice, I know I must take the first steps into this newly ruined world. I do it for them, and I do so because I have no choice. There are still answers out there beneath the rubble, amongst the ashes. I will find them. There's no hope, only truth. And in that quest, I will never give up.